I asked over 250 homeowners what worried them most when buying a house. I thought electrical, HVAC, or plumbing would win, but I was wrong, and honestly, I think I know why. See, people get emotionally attached to houses before they even move in. They fall in love with the kitchen, the backyard, the neighborhood, and before they know it, they're already picturing where the couch is gonna go. But here's the problem. They buy the house on impulse, but then all of a sudden things start going south. Most real estate agents are not electricians, they're not plumbers, they're not HVAC specialists or home inspectors. They can be incredibly helpful during the buying process, but they're not specialists in every trade. Their job is to facilitate a transaction. Your job is to protect yourself and understand exactly what you are buying. So I bought a house last year, and here are the top 5 things I wish I knew before I went off emotion.
5.
Realtors love showing off a brand new HVAC unit, but don't just look at it. Turn it on, walk into every room and check every single vent. You should have airflow in every room, at least one vent, and always make sure the vent is actually open. You're gonna be able to feel it with your hand. I have a newer HVAC system that costs around $7,000, and one of my vents does not work. The system might be new, but that doesn't mean that everything works perfectly. And one more thing, it's really good to own a house with a basement. You can actually see and access a lot of the utilities. It's so much easier to deal with basements than stuff buried behind walls, under floors, and hidden underground.
4.
Plumbing. I'd see listings online showing a nice clean PEX pipe and think, great, yeah, the plumbing's been updated. PEX is the newer plumbing, the red and the blue, the hot and the cold. It's a lot cheaper to install, it needs fewer fittings, and generally handles freezing temperatures a lot better than old copper pipes. But then I'd show up to the house and I'd go into the crawl space and I could see that it was copper pipes. They were just using PEX for the listing. One of the oldest tricks in the book. Before you buy, look under sinks, look in the basement, look in the crawl space, follow the pipes as far as you can. Just because you see one PEX doesn't mean the whole house was replumbed.
3.
This one was tricky. I didn't figure this out until 6 months after I bought my house, and this went my way. The property line. I just assumed the property line was where my fence was. Turns out it wasn't even close. One day I started looking at the parcel map and realized I actually owned twice as much land as I thought, and my real estate agent had no clue. They never brought this up. So before you buy a house, figure out exactly what you're buying. You might be surprised.
2.
Before I created this poll, I thought this would have been the number 1, electrical. You might walk into a house and see an updated panel like this with the yellow Romex. That is as new as residential wires can be. Or you might find an older panel, older wiring, or a house that was built when there was only 1 outlet per room. Now, outdated electrical doesn't necessarily kill the deal. I mean, it didn't stop me from buying my house. In fact, I'm rewiring parts of my house right now. The nice thing about electrical is you don't have to do it all at once. I just do a little bit here, a little bit there. You can upgrade circuits, add outlets, replace fixtures, and improve on things over time. But before you buy, it's good to know what you're getting into. Older outlets can have outdated panels, outdated wiring, open grounds, and not nearly enough outlets for what we are using today.
1.
Number 1 won this by far. Foundation and structure. I used to work construction, and the houses that were sitting at the bottom of the hills were always the scariest ones. Ice plant hills in their backyards. All that water wants to do is flow downhill toward the foundation. Those were often the biggest and most expensive repair jobs. So if you're house shopping, I highly recommend paying attention to the slope of the lot. In a perfect world, in my next house, I'm gonna buy it at the top of a hill. Sometimes a house could look great, and then you realize it's soaked with water from half the neighborhood. But even beyond that, there's things you can check for yourself. You can bring a level and check the floors. Look at doors that won't close properly or uneven at the bottoms. You can look for drywall cracks. I've repaired drywall before and I'm like, whoa, that wasn't even close to being flush with the other stuff. Just check for cracks, bricks, blocks, foundation. Pay attention to uneven floors. If you're seeing cracks outside that are bigger than like a 1/4 inch, I'd pay attention to those as well. And keep in mind, not every crack or something uneven means it's a disaster. I mean, I've got them all over my house. My house is from the 50s. But if you see a lot of these warning signs, it's just good to know and, have awareness for. And the best part about all these things, you can do it yourself without spending $1,000 on an inspector. If you guys have any questions in regards to the #1 reason for house fires, click on this video right here.